Thousands of Israelis have returned home from military duty since Hamas's surprise attack nearly 3 weeks ago. Many of them are reservists. Roei Gabzo is one of those soldiers, and he joins us live now from Israel to talk about his experience since getting that call. And Roei, first off, thank you so much for joining us. And we want to let our viewers know as well that you've not been given authorization to discuss any operational plans at all with the IDF. We're talking about your personal experience, Roei, and thank you so much for joining us to share that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. It's my pleasure.
I'll start off with the moment that you received the call about the attacks. Where were you at the time?
Basically, I was traveling for almost 2 months to Southeast Asia. It was very popular in the holidays to travel before university. That was supposed to be my traveling. And then it was the horrible Shabbat attacks that it was the middle of the day in the Philippines. I just got the news from friends that were there, some Israelis, other Israelis. And I just, we took it so hard because we were like around 50 Israelis there. We were sitting in a Jewish house. There's like a bunch of Bet Chabads and stuff like that in popular places. So I was just staying there, and I just got the message, and from the people who was there, everybody was so devastated. Everybody knows at least someone that either got kidnapped, murdered, or just missing. Basically from heaven on earth. With like a surfing spots and skating and great people and the best vibes in the world, it turned into hell from just a message.
Just that message.
Yeah. And right when we got the message, all the people who were doing reserves, like me, just, try to shorter their trip, book an early flight and just go back to Israel, join their friends in the army and just fight. This is what I did. I got back to Israel on Wednesday night, and on Thursday morning I just went straight to base. I asked my commander if it's okay to say hi and goodbye to my friends and family and my dog. Obviously he said yes, so Thursday morning, I just went straight to base. Right now, I'm actually home because we were doing 2 intense weeks of training. So they let us off for Shabbat, for Saturday. Yeah.
And you're there and you're a reservist now, just waiting for, again, the training to complete and then the call. What has that been like for you to switch so quickly from, like you said, and you're showing us those videos and the pictures, vacationing, doing something that was so relaxing, to literally being so close to the front lines?
The feeling, I have a little bit of everything, because I have a little bit of stress, a little bit of strength, and a lot of... It's a part of our culture, that in one day, even in Israel, you can be in Tel Aviv, on the beach, playing football, surfing, and there's a terror attack that happens I don't know, 2 miles from you.
Right.
And you're doing this switch because you're this is a part of the culture of Israel, and everybody experienced a little bit of something like that. So I'm not saying it's easy to switch and doing stuff like that, but it is something that you've been experiencing since you were a child, and it's a part of life in Israel.
Right. Yeah. And as we mentioned, you can talk about, the operational side of things, but can you tell us what efforts, discussions, what considerations are being done to minimize the civilian casualties, again, in this war?
So most of the stuff I can't talk about, but also I'm on the edge. I'm a simple soldier. And I'm not like, I don't make all the decisions of like, when are we gonna get in? Where are we gonna hit the enemy? But I'm gonna tell you something that everybody needs to know. We are targeting towards Hamas and towards all the facilities and towards all the terrorists who did these awful stuff that happened on Shabbat, on Saturday. Um, so this is something that everybody knows, but the exact details I don't really know. Um,
And we know it's
yeah,
hard for you.
but I'm gonna tell you something.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you something. If Hamas is gonna drop off their weapon, there will be peace between Israel and Hamas. But if Israel drop down their weapon, there will be no Israel. And this is something that everybody needs to know.
Okay, Roei Gabzo, thank you so much for joining us and taking the time ahead of your training to talk about your experience with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.